Hello, I'm Nick from TBT and welcome to another comparison video between replica air pistols and the real steel equivalents. Now today we're going to be talking about the Umarex Legends Luger P08 pistol. There are lots of these available on the market. This particular one I believe is made by KWC and branded under different names. They're all different price points. This one is the Umarex Legends P08. It's the blowback version with the full dropout magazine. There are ones with stick magazines, ones with full magazines, non-blowbacks, all kinds of stuff. This is the full metal, full magazine blowback. Now, this is actually going to be a bit tricky for me because although this is part one, I've already filmed part two. We did that at the range about half an hour ago, looking at the real P08 compared to this one. We were going to film this section with them side by side, but it's a lovely day here today in France. The range is packed, it's just too noisy, just too crowded, couldn't be done. So I've taken plenty of photos, we've done a video on the shooting, and now we're just going to look at this one on its own. But I can tell you in comparison to the other one, we've taken lots of photos which will be in the Airgun Shooter magazine article that I'll be writing on this shortly. So take a look at that if you're interested. So inside the box here we get usual pieces of paper and instructions, an Allen key which is used to insert the CO2, and the pistol itself. Now just do a safety check, completely empty. The pistol has a blowback, it has the original dogleg cocking system as you get on the original one. It's the same weight as the original one. We put them on the scales while we were at the club, and to within 15 grams this weighs exactly the same as the 1941 Mauser Luger that we were using for the comparison. The stripping of the gun is done via this toggle here, just like the real one. That drops down, this section comes out, the whole of the top comes apart, and you can field strip it. Again, it is identical. We've got photos of the two together for the other article. Florent, who owns the 9mm pistol that we used in the video, after he does the shooting, he's quite excited, so his English fails him, so he's speaking in French and I'm trying to translate that. My French isn't that great, and I was wearing electronic ear defenders, and every time somebody fired a shot they were cutting out, so I was only hearing half of what he was speaking, so that's all my excuses out of the way. But what he said was he was surprised by how accurate this replica is. It feels the same, it looks the same. Even these horrible plastic grips, he said, are very similar to the plastic or Bakelite grips that came on some of the old original Lugers. It strips the same. He stripped them down. One thing he did mention on there which I missed out because that was when my headphones were failing on me or cutting out due to the noise. What he was saying is the only difference he could find is there's a chamber loaded indicator on the top of the real one. That raises up to show that there's a round in the chamber. This one doesn't have it, but because it's a BB it's just not necessary. In use the blowback is quite effective, it feels good. It's a good fun plinker. I mean, at 25 metres we were shooting it. It's not even designed to reach that far. At 10 metres for shooting tin cans it is absolutely fantastic, adequate and lovely and all the rest of it. So there you go. It's a nice little copy. It feels right. It's within 15 grams of the original one. The operation is identical to the original one in both field stripping and in cocking and firing. It's about as much of a muchness of the real one as you're going to get without getting a license to actually own the real one. So there you go. Please go on to watch the video where we shoot them, and have a look at the article when it comes out in Airgun Shooter magazine. Thank you very much for watching.